Hello and welcome. In this video, we are discussing signature in image representation and descriptor for object recognition. In object recognition, to make the computer understand the object, we need to represent the object with proper representation technique, and then from that representation we'll get the descriptor, and this descriptor will be used by the computer to recognize the object. In the previous video, we have discussed a chain code polynomial approximation as a boundary-based representation technique. So here, the signature is also one of the boundary-based representation technique that we are going to discuss. Signature. Signature is a one-dimensional representation of two-dimensional closed curve boundary of the object. Signature is a plot of a distance from a centroid to the boundary as a function of an angle. The signature is a unique representation for different shape of the object. That's why we can use this signature to distinguish the object by its shape. Signature generated by this method is a translation invariant, but it is not rotation and scale invariant. Now let us see how to draw the signature. Let us take the shape of the boundary of an object is circle. Now we know that signature is a one-dimensional representation of this two-dimensional closed curve boundary of the object. So our two-dimensional boundary is this circle. Now let us find first centroid. And we will take the distance of the boundary point from the centroid, and that is nothing but we will represent as a r of theta. So here the start point theta is equal to 0. We will plot this r of theta with respect to theta. So initially this theta, let us this radius is a. So this r of theta is a. Now we will take angular displacement by angle theta. Again we will measure this r of theta and we will plot here. Like this, at every theta displacement we will measure this r of theta and we will plot against theta. So r of theta is plotted with respect to theta, but it is a circular shape. That means r of theta is the radius and it remains same throughout the theta. So you will get the parallel line to this horizontal axis as a signature. So this is the one-dimensional representation of this two-dimensional curved boundary of the object. Now let us take the shape of the boundary as a square. Find the centroid, take this distance r of theta. Let us this distance is a, and we will plot this distance with respect to theta. This is a. Now next, take the angular displacement theta. Let this theta is pi by 4 here and measure the r of theta. R of theta is what? This is a. So this is a sec theta. So it will become root 2a. Again we will take pi by 4 angular displacement and we will represent or we will calculate r of theta. Again we will take pi by 4 displacement and we will calculate r of theta. Like this, at every pi by 4 displacement we will calculate r of theta and we will plot it. And here we will find that at theta is equal to 0, theta is equal to pi by 2, theta is equal to pi, you will find the amplitude is a. 0, pi by 2, pi, like this. And the angle pi by 4, 3 pi by 4, 5 pi by 4, you will get this corners. That is the maximum amplitude, maximum r of theta, root 2a. And at angle 0, then pi by 2, pi, like this, you will get the minimum amplitude a. And this is the nature of your signature. So this two-dimensional square or rectangular boundary, the nature of the signature is like this. Like this, for different shape, you will get the different signature. So this signature is a unique representation of a boundary. Now, we know that the signature or representation of any object should be a rotation invariant, translation invariant, and scale invariant, because from that representation we are obtaining a descriptor which should be unique for each shape of the object. Then only we can compare this descriptor with the descriptors which we already stored into the computer for recognition purpose. Now let us see this signature, whether it is translation, rotation or scale invariant or not. The signature is a translation invariant. Means what? If I move this square somewhere else, the signature remains same because it is with respect to the centroid. That's why the signature will remain same even though I will move it somewhere else. Signature is not rotation invariant. For square or rectangular, it is a rotation invariant because as we rotate the square, its nature remains same. Means suppose I will rotate this square. What is the nature? Same. This amplitude is A. At every corner of the rectangular or square, you will get the maximum amplitude. Same as the nature remains the same. But it is not invariant with the starting point. Means in the previous case, when we draw this signature, we have considered this as a starting point. If I change my starting point, the signature nature will change. Means when we rotate and if our starting point is same, the signature remains same. But if we change the starting point, the signature changes. So it is not a invariant with respect to starting point. To make it invariant with respect to starting point, we will define the starting point with some criteria. That means our starting point should be unique even though we rotate the object. Criteria is starting point is the farthest point from the centroid. So in case of this square, even though I rotate it, if I apply this criteria, what will be my starting point? Any of this, one of these four corners, which are the longest distance from this centroid. So if I select any of the corner as my start point, the nature of the signature will remain same even though I will rotate the object in any direction. So in case of square, four corners can be the starting point. But if your boundary is something like this, what you have to do? Select a centroid and find the point which is the longest distance from the centroid and select that point as a start point. Then even though I will rotate this object or boundary, my nature of the signature will remain same. So like this we can make the signature rotation invariant. Now signature is not a scale invariant. Now how? If I reduce the size of the rectangular, if this rectangular size, if I will reduce, what happen? What will the change into the signature? If I will keep the starting point same, this one. Now here this distance is A. Only this distance A get change somewhere less than this A. The other things, I will measure the angular displacement at every pi by 4. The nature will remain same because at each corner you will get the maximum amplitude. Only the A and this magnitude root 2A will change. So your signature will be like this. The nature is same but its scale get changed. So how we can make this scale invariant? To make the signature invariant with respect to size or scale, we normalize the amplitude in the range 0 to 1. Then the signature will become scale invariant. Means for any object, instead of representing this distance from centroid to this one, between minimum to maximum, we'll make minimum distance to 0 and maximum distance to 1. We'll normalize that distance so that we can make the signature scale invariant. So even though if I'll change the dimension of this boundary, for any dimension, I will represent the minimum value is 0 and maximum value is 1. Like this, we can normalize the amplitude to make the signature scale invariant. So we can make the signature, already signature is translation invariant. We can make the signature rotation invariant by selecting the same starting point, and we applied the criteria for starting point is we'll select the starting point which is the longest distance from the centroid. So even though I will rotate the object, the starting point will remain same. Then signature, I will make it scale invariant by normalizing the amplitude. So minimum amplitude will be 0 for any scale of the object boundary and maximum amplitude is 1. So like this, we will make the signature scale invariant. Signature. This is very easy method for boundary representation of the object. But this method is not suitable for the noisy boundary, as in a noisy boundary there are too many local minima and maxima present in the signature, and such a signature is very difficult to compare in object recognition. For example, the boundary like this, if you observe this, there are too many minima and maxima exist, and this boundary or this signature is very difficult to compare in object recognition. So this is all about the signature, which is the boundary based representation technique. Thank you.